Welcome to everybody watching this video right now. I hope you guys are all staying safe, stay indoors, stay warm, stay cool, whatever temperament you're experiencing at this moment in time. Right now we're going to be heading into the new Londo Ruins. Also, I want to exclaim to all my viewers just to stay fed, don't be hungry, keep yourself well fed, keep your tummy always full, and you'll be a happy person. Just like my mask right here. We're rocking the scythe again. This scythe's gonna carry us for a long time throughout the whole gameplay. I'm really surprised how well it's chalking up. We just got that 200 wow, it's crazy damage for us. We're just gonna be crossing this bridge right now because our main intended goal for this segment of the video is going to be farming the jagged ghost blade from these ghosts. Now, I've said before, the sustainability of the transient curse replenishes itself upon farming. 331 damage. Look at this. This is crazy good. I'm so happy with and pleased with the weapon that we've got here. And if you are playing along at home, I encourage you dearly, please grab the Great Scythe. As soon as you enter Firelink Shrine, go under to the catacombs and acquire the Great Scythe. I just went deaf in my right ear for a second. I'm sorry, guys. Foul sweep. We got no drops. So this is the farming method I'd take for the ghosts. So it's a 1% chance to drop the blade. Now, the reason I want the blade is because it's going to be a bleed weapon that's going to deal bleed damage to enemies that are quite resistant to our fire. We've got the fire because right now we're focusing on our core stats, vitality, endurance, and we're not going to be boosting any stat boosting, scaling things, and we need raw damage to carry us through the beginning phase of the game. See, I've already drained the swamp, so we can undo that. I've already showed you before we drained the swamp in the last episode. It just makes us easy. Oh no, I'm getting ambushed. It just makes it easier for us to navigate through this area. We've killed the guy at the top of the new Londo Ruins to give us. So we got a drop here. Another drop. A transient curse. I love the yellow glow. Another transient curse. See, we're making bank on those transients. It's giving us enough transient curses for 5 runs, ultimately. Over 1 run. So you see how it self-sustains. Now coming down here, there are going to be some dangerous foes. I'm running in like Rambo now, going crazy, and I got sidetracked from behind from a Dark Wraith. If you're coming down here, just be smart and just lure them out. Don't, make sure you're doing passive attacks. Keep it all locked down. And the blob is sort of in the way here. I'm trying to hack it away, and it's just a giant face amalgamation of pustule gore. Okay, these attacks are chained really well with the input lag of the Dark Souls game. We're actually coming down here to grab the very large ember for the blacksmith. I don't think we need it so early on, but while we're here, we may as well grab it. Again, if you're playing along, you're already here, just grab the very large ember. I guess this is the one that that'll take you to the slabs. It'll take you to the slabs upgrading. Sneak behind this guy. And we backstab. He's gonna always stand idle staring at that wall, so it'll give us a golden opportunity to take him out. See, my heart drops every time I see a drop from these guys because I think it's like a slab or whatever. So I'm just testing my luck right now. We're gonna see if we can get a slab from these people, but the chances are so slim. It's doable, but typically slabs take over 15 to 20 runs of killing all the Dark Wraiths in the area, which honestly it does take a while. It's like an hour and a bit. Or you could go 8 hours without seeing one. It's just the difficulty of farming. But if you can see right now, the damage I'm doing to this guy, it's almost the same as what he's doing to me. And we're gonna get out of there. We're gonna get out of there. There's a illusory wall right here. And there should be a dude waiting by that chest has a chunk in it if you need an extra chunk. But again, like the Titanite shards way of upgrading, we will not need to upgrade that as of now. All we need is to get it to +5 to get ourselves at least a basic fire enchantment, or a lightning, or a raw, whatever it takes. Putting up a fight. And I hoped in the back of my head these guys would drop their armor, but then I realized that you get that armor in this game from the Covenant for 30 humanity, so that's something we'll be getting in the future. We'll be getting their armor. And their sword as well. So now we're not detouring anymore, we're going straight for that ember. Going straight for that ember. And what would this be? Oh, Soul of a Brave Warrior. Okay. Okay. That's alright. So, we're just accumulating all these souls, because they could come in handy in our back pocket one day for a rainy day. We might need to upgrade something, and we don't have enough souls for it, and we just pop it, and we just meet the requirements, which is very handy. I'm just exploring all the areas. Again, it's been a while since I played, so I don't know exactly where everything is, every single item, so I'm just exploring all the nooks and crannies, just make sure I don't miss any shinies, like even a relatively mundane shiny that's not useful for us at all, like maybe like a piece of rubbish or something. Still good to collect everything that we see, just for the explore factor and value of the game. So behind here, white light would be another Dark Wraith. You can parry this guy, but then my brain just went to mush. My brain went to mush. We're going back to farming this Jagged Ghostblade. Now, it took me at least 10 runs of accumulating these ghosts around into the long room and into the room that we did in the beginning. And I finally got it, and I was dancing in happiness. Again, we just detoured for the very large ember, and then we went straight back to where we were before, just to farm these ghosts for the Jagged Ghostblade. So we've got ourselves a Shank that has an auxiliary effect, 300 damage on bleed, and good for, you know, stray demons, whatever have you, and the interesting R2 attack, stabbing. Perfect. We're gonna Homewood out if we've still got Homewood bones. We're gonna make a note later on. We're gonna buy 99 Homewood bones before we get the actual Homewood spell. If you don't feel like leveling Faith, just keep on the Homewood bones. Just keep buying Homewood bones. You'll get 99, so I doubt you'll ever run out of those 99 for a while. But we need to go get some Twinkling Titanite now. Let's go to the Great Hollow. Again, just go down through Blighttown and to the left where we were farming the green Titanite shards to get our Fire Ascension to +5. We can go down to the Great Hollow, and here appears to be these lizards, crystal lizards, that they relatively, even if you don't get any here, don't worry, the clams, you can farm the clams later on down. I didn't want to do that personally. I didn't want to go too far in this area. We don't need to go anywhere past the Ash Lake. That's not needed. Like, for our playthrough, it's out of the scope. It's just going to be exploring the area just for the sake of it, but there's nothing that area yields for us. All we want here is these lizards, and later on we can farm a couple, if we can, slabs from them, if they can drop those, the highest item discovery. But now, this area, all we need from this area is a Chloranthy ring and enough Twinkling Titanite to get our Jagged Ghostblade to +5. And you can find a lot of spawning points in this whole area. There's like at least 10 of them, 10 lizards. There's one here. If you save quit, if it's not there, you just save quit, and eventually it's a RNG chance of it spawning. And right here, it dropped down. So I'm just going to follow it. I thought maybe I should wait up there and restart again. But we ended up getting 2 Twinkling Titanite, which is very useful. That's like a full upgrade for one level of upgrade for our Jagged Ghostblade. But yeah, we've got ourselves our first Crystal Lizard, and you'll see I'll have enough to upgrade one weapon without leaving this next cave that we go in, because there's just so many in there. We don't have to get any more lizards. Save them for the chance of dropping a Titanite's lab later on. We're just scraping by at the moment. That's why I've decided it's the Great Hollow is so close to Blighttown. It's just in the scope of where we are heading, so we may as well utilize this to our advantage early game to get ourselves a +5 Jagged Ghostblade, because +5 is better than a 0 upgraded, especially later on. Whatever enemies we face that are highly resistant to fire, which we probably will find, I've just chosen the Jagged Ghostblade to use, because it's good for SL1 players. It's just an all-round dope weapon, and I haven't really used that much. There's another 2 Twinkling. That's good. Why? And further down, you'll find more in the same cave. More spawns of crystal lizards. See? A couple more there. And all we need is one. After this, one more. So we've got ourselves, so far, 6. We've already upgraded 2, and we're going to upgrade the other 4. And now we need 2 more. 2 more Twinkling Titanite, which we can get from that area. Now, I made the big brain decision to, at the last minute, attune Combustion that we picked up from Laurentius earlier on. So, if you're killing any Crystal Lizard, I would suggest to keep the Combustion on your character. Just for that simple fact. If you're not using any attunement slots. Later we'll be getting Great Combustion, because that itself is a really good thing. Especially with the high upgraded. We'll be upgrading our Pyromancy. So we're shifting over from Sorcery, thinking about going Faith, but Pyromancy is really what's going to carry us through the main area of this game. Starting off as a Wanderer class, and then hybridizing into a Pyromancer with the Cleric Robe, which is very fitting. Just due to the simple fact that Pyromancy will not need any stats to scale off, so we don't have to waste our points. We can still be very powerful early on, and not have to balance our points into like Sorcery, Intelligence, or Faith, and having to rely just on that just from the scaling, which is something not viable until very later on, and that's just a waste of time just relying on that. So early on, just freaking use Pyromancy. Pyromancy and Fire upgrades. No need to rely on just a purified build of just one source of damage. We've got our Bleed Dagger, we've got our Fire Scythe, and we've got our Pyromancies. This is the opportune character right now to tackle this game. There's nothing more we could ask for in a character right now. This is perfect. So, just before we head out of this area, don't forget we still need to pick up that Chloranthy ring for our stamina regen. And it's just going to be a passive stamina boost. Paired with the Grass Crest Shield will give us like headaches worth of fulfillment in our stamina recovery speed. And are we all set here? Yeah, I believe we're all done in the Great Hollow right now. We're gonna streamer our way across the Blighttown swamp and head straight into Quelaag. And Quelaag, like I said, she is resistant to fire as much as she can be. She's a lava spider. She's the daughter of chaos. Okay. So, my tying in getting this Jagged Ghostblade just came in clutch, because this is the type of weapon we'll need to ease through this fight. She does bleed as well. It's very good. I'm just face tanking all these explosions because I know I'm way more powerful than I need to be. I know I'm gonna win this fight. There's nothing she can do. Like, I miss out on all these dodging of these explosions a lot. I'm just face tanking. I know she's gone already. This is a, yeah, it's a stomp. I just want to be a meme star and just stab her to death. I guess this is an AoE. You can see her body bend down, the female torso bend down, and then when you see that, you want to run backwards. Keep an eye on the female torso at all times, which is something you should do. So good lesson in life for everywhere. And you know, it took a couple hits, but we're ready. We're ready to go out. And twin humanities, that's good to collect as well, because we're going to need a fat stack of humanities later on if we're going to level any covenant, or just to keep them on us if we lose our souls. We're probably not going to lose any of our souls in this game. If you're playing along very thoroughly and carefully, you're not going to lose many souls. You're going to definitely have abundant supply with you at all times. You're not going to die, you're not going to lose it, because we're just too powerful. Unless you get unlucky twice, which would suck. But be thorough and careful with what you do and plan it out, and don't be scared. If you drop balls, that's when you start losing, you start panicking and losing control, and then you probably will lose your souls. If you're just calm and just think to yourself, I'm not going to lose these souls because I know what to do. You got to know what to do. Again, ring the bell. We've got our first bell rung, and here is an illusory wall with Ingi behind it. Ingi, our good friend. We want to answer yes. And we want to get him to waddle out of the way. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. He's going to strut his little bum across there. And again, we're resting, seeing what our options are, weighing up our options. So we've got a couple homeward bones. 13 homewards, that's enough. That's plenty. What else do we have? How many? No red chunks at the moment. Got one white chunk. So I don't think we'll ever use. Maybe one weapon will use it. Let's see. Gonna head out to the next part of the area. Now I titled this video, "This is Dark Souls." Yeah, I titled this video, "This is Dark Souls," because I wanted to reiterate the point that the most fun part about this game is just the farming aspect. And we farmed a bit in the beginning, the Jagged Ghostblade, and I had a lot of fun farming. It takes up a lot of your time, patience, and it's fun. That's why I like this game. You can farm the red slabs, you can farm all that. Whereas in the other ones, the way to get the slabs is just the NG cycles, and that, in my opinion, I don't want to I want to stay in the same fucking game and play the same, you know, in my own boundary that I created. I don't want to keep recycling the whole game just to get upgrade materials. I want to keep it in the same playthrough and just get what I need in that one playthrough. Create boundaries of my own. Now that we're here, we're going to kill Ceaseless Discharge, just because of the fact is it just grants us access to a lower area of the Londo Ruins. We can come through here, and we're gonna initiate an age-old cheese strat, which is going to be running up to his sister that he's looking over, the corpse of his sister, which has the gold hem, which it's a witch of Izalith, and we're gonna rot her loot. We're gonna steal all her clothes off the dead body on the altar, and he's hunched over. You could sense a tear coming down his face, watching the dead body of his sister. It's so deliriously sad. But we're just gonna run past him. See, he's not gonna hurt us. We're not gonna hurt him. But if we touch this stuff, he's gonna go rage mode. He's gonna go King Kong on all our asses. We've gotta be careful. Is it worth doing? Yeah. We'll just do it. Pick it up. We're gonna run. Wait for that little sludge to... He's gonna always throw sludge in the air. there, and we're just gonna haul ass all the way back to the beginning of the boss arena, and right there we can initiate a lunge attack from him, which will send him flying off the cliff if we do enough damage to him. If we hit him consecutively, actually. It doesn't count on the damage, it counts on the how many times you hit him, which makes him jump up from his attack, and it propels him off the side of the ledge there, the lava waterfall. And it's pretty much the best way to not worry about this boss. Could be here forever trying to kill this boss. Just do this cheese strat. I'm sorry about the CPU threading, it's appalling. Again, no way around that on my end unless get better software, better program, using Sony Vegas, and better CPU. So we've hit him a couple times and he's fallen off the lava ledge. He was holding on for dear life and we just took his arm out and he fell down. Which is pretty shitty. We stole his sister's clothes and then he came running after us to get revenge and then we throw him off a cliff. That's sad. Given that's draining all the lava. Which is a good sign. Giving us leverage downstairs. We can head down. I've just rested back at the bonfire. Just recoup my bearings. Right here we've got an army of Taurus demons and an army of Capra demons. We can take out the Capra demon. Easy, he might drop his machete. Which is a good drop. It's always good to grab like one of those big weapons for late game. Late game they'll serve their purpose if you use them well. Because they hit hard. They hit really hard. And boom. Boom. Yeah, just like the beginning, the first episode, we got a timeout. Timeout dodges. This guy's a weakling though. Let's see the lesser demon. Didn't drop nothing for us right there. So we're luring these tourist demons one at a time. We're not going to go into hazy. We're going to take them out one at a time. Oh. See, I can't really dodge that rubble attack. He slams his hammer into the floor, or his axe into the floor. And he brings rubble up with him. Oh, I accidentally used the transient curse. I had that equipped. Should unequip that. It's getting me killed. I'm getting distracted. My head's thinking too many things. Just gotta run away and heal up. How lucky 10 Estus. See, that's the barrier he can't cross. You go that far and he won't go forward. You just run between his legs. And then... there we go. Man, using fire against him. Slapping ass. There we go. I got a comment on my live stream. It's like, Great Scythe on fire. It can kill these fire demons from hell. No problem in a couple of swings, but it takes 100 swings to kill the blob. And that's funny. From the depths. And he's running across the lava, no issue. No issue. And then I just peek myself into the lava and get decimated. Heal up a bit. See, I was thinking in my head that we need to grab that Chaos Ember that's over there. And it caused more trouble than it was worth at the end of the day. Because I kept getting... a lot of mistakes happened trying to get it in the lava. Eventually, I just worked out we need the gold hemmed to wear, and also we need to wear the flash sweat. So that's something needs to happen. See, on that ledge there, that's just the soul of a proud knight. Couldn't remember my first playthrough what it would be back, but we're back here playing, and we actually attained it, and it was actually soul of a proud knight. and it's really wasn't worth the trouble given, because there's only one spot you can jump onto that ledge, and that ledge you can like fall down into the lava and you'll get trapped easy. Like here, I'm about to die. It's just gets frustrating if you're not in a correct spot or way to deal with this type of situation. But maybe I'll switch to the jagged ghostblade dagger, because maybe that will make them bleed easier. See, I'm luring out multiple tourist demons, and they're not having it. These guys do not respawn as well, so if you want to grab their axe, this is the best place to get it. The ones downstairs do though, they respawn. The ones later on where the worm bugs are, they respawn, so that's another farming spot for their axe. Because I was thinking initially in my head, if these guys don't respawn, how you gonna get their axe if it doesn't drop from them? And I realized, yeah, there's a couple down there that do respawn though, and there's a whole freaking plethora of Capra demons that respawn just around the corner there on the balcony. So it's an easy spot to farm the items if you haven't got them already. I wish they could drop their helmet or something. That would be another cool item for this game. It's probably cut content. So we're in this lava area. Not too pleasing to the eyes, to be honest, this whole area, as opposed to all the other Dark Souls areas. But we're getting here early, and we're just gonna get what we need early, and then pop out of there. It does feel like being locked out of a party though when you're here, because you haven't got the Lord Vessel placed yet, and you can't go further in. There's just a golden gate blocking you from going any further into the Demon Ruins. It's kind of upsetting, but this is as far as we can go, because we have a chance to get a red chunk to upgrade our scythe from these worm eaters. These little bugs, these chaos bugs, that pop out of the ceiling and pop out of the walls. Upon killing them on first kill, they drop a green Titanite shard and a chance to drop a red chunk. And the only way to get that red chunk is on their first kill. So if you don't get a red chunk on any of them on the first kill, they won't ever drop a red chunk for you until next playthrough on their first kill again. See, the Jagged Ghostblade's going in, like, making them bleed. We'll just go, oh, we got the Demon's Great Axe. That's another good strength-based weapon. We can two-hand it if we don't have enough stats parameters, and that's something good to keep on us if you're playing along. Just grab a couple of those. If we could enchant it with even a divinity enchantment, we can put a divinity enchantment on for the skeletons later on in Nito's area. That'd be funny. Just a giant ass metal pillar just to take out skeletons. And the staggering as well, that the potential of staggering they produce is actually another viable reason why you want to use heavy weapons, because it does stagger enemies and they do have poise. You can break enemies' poise with bigger weapons, and it's always a fun game that you can play, breaking their poise. See, I come to really close to death's door right here. I don't have enough Estus to sustain myself throughout this whole fight. I don't know if I die to the last guy. This guy will be bled to death for sure. Trying to recoup my balances. Do we go back, or should we just keep going? Yeah, we'll just keep going forward. We'll keep going forward, and what we will do, we will take this guy out. So we're squaring up quickly. We've got to memorize and, framework every single attack that he produces. This one's going to hit me with the hilt. And we're pretty much... are we going to go back, or we're going to take this guy out? Oh, the bleed came in clutch. So let's just jump on this lava and get this item quickly. I think we can survive this one. No. We went back to the bonfire. That's done. We're not going to touch the stuff in the lava yet. We're going to first explore downstairs. Because I realize at this point, we haven't picked up Flash Sweat yet. We haven't bought Flash Sweat from Laurentius. He's sitting up there as a merchant. We've already freed him and we haven't picked up any of his pyromancies. So I thought in my head, instead of going all the way back, we're just going to complete the whole bottom area of this area. If you're human, you can get Kirk to summon, Kirk to invade you here as well. But I wasn't human and I didn't care for that. I don't need any of his stuff. None of that will be useful in any way, shape possible. So our bonfire is guarded by this chaos bug. How are we going to take him out? I just thought the scythe, but that attack is so dangerous. And for a first playthrough, if you're not really used to this, the jankiness of the attacks, I suggest we've got one ace in our sleeve right now is the 60 soul arrow. We can use the 60 soul arrow on him if you're picking up pace. And if you're not feeling like taking this guy on head on, I suggest go in your inventory, all the way down, all the way down, all the way to the Sorcerer's Catalyst, and just pew away at him, pew at his body. And then after that, he will not respawn once he's gone. I guess this guy doesn't drop loot, but the other ones do. So, if only we could just farm this guy right at the bonfire and they could put a static red chunk drop from these guys. But I guess that's later on. You need the Lord Vessel if you want red chunks. And, yeah, so that's done. We've lit our bonfire here. I don't know about taking on this area without resting at any bonfire. We'll leave it for the next episode. Alright, see you guys.